The Chicago Cubs absolutely rake in this Saturday night game against the Detroit Tigers, and Matt Shaw could be emerging as a real player. I could have been wrong about him. Let's talk about it. Not gonna lie to you guys, your boy is tired, dog tired. Just finished up with my baby shower, celebrating with my beautiful family. Had a bunch of people here, but you guys know me. You know I can't do Chicago Cubs Central without you guys. So yeah, I'm here with you to give you your report for Chicago Cubs Central. Once again, the Chicago Cubs do improve their record. They have 40 wins on the season so far. They are 40-24, putting them number one again in the National League. Number one in the National League Central. And as far as the National League in whole, not the wild card, sorry, they are number two, tied for first in the whole National League with the New York Mets. Both these teams have the same exact record, 40-24. This game alone, guys, was hands down a parade, a home run parade party. The Chicago Cubs decided today that they were just going to hit bombs, and they did absolutely that against the Detroit Tigers. The Chicago Cubs are 15-1 after a loss this season. So this time alone, the Chicago Cubs have figured out that after a loss, how to recalibrate and how to come back and win the next game. And that's why you see so many series that they've won, as well as so many comeback games that they won the next game. Chicago Cubs did a great job today, all around great win. A very clean game today from the Chicago Cubs. And we don't always see that from the Cubs. There are times where they come out and they play sloppy. A very clean game defensively today. Not a lot of mistakes. And the Chicago Cubs just figured out a way to get their wins. And again, like I said, that's what a true contending team does. Even though those St. Louis Cardinals keep winning too. They just won the series against the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Chicago Cubs also are finding ways, and we will see those St. Louis Cardinals soon. The Chicago Cubs are finding ways to win baseball games. This one was done with the home run ball. Craig Counsell said it best in his post-game reaction, where he said, basically, we hit home runs today, nothing else, pretty much. So that pretty much seals this game. The Chicago Cubs will go ahead and go for not the sweep, but the series win against the Detroit Tigers. Cade Horton, our young phenom, will take the mound tomorrow. Cade Horton is 3-0 with a 3.51 ERA, and the Chicago Cubs will see somebody that they thought, a lot of us thought, including myself, I did multiple videos on it this past winter, where we said that the Chicago Cubs could potentially sign former St. Louis Cardinal ace Jack Flaherty to a deal. Jack did, however, once the Dodgers did not offer him a deal, decided to go back to the Tigers, which is who he was traded from. So Jack Flaherty is 4-6 on the season with a 3.72 ERA. Another opportunity for the Chicago Cubs to win a series and win another road series, where the Chicago Cubs are the best team in the National League on the road this season. They are killing it on the road. Their win-loss record is phenomenal. Make no mistake about it, the Chicago Cubs are for real and should be taken serious. Seiya Suzuki is figuring out his way. He has good games. And again, it should be invigorating for all of us when you see that the Chicago Cubs is not the same person every day. It's not all on PCA. It's not all on Kyle Tucker. Some games it's PCA. Some games it's Kyle Tucker. Some games it's Seiya Suzuki. Some games it's Ian Happ. Some games it's Dansby Swanson. Some games it's Carson Kelly, which, by the way, just an aside, Carson Kelly needs to be moved down in the batting order. He does not need to be batting cleanup anymore. We can go ahead and sniff that. He's come back down to earth. He's not hitting the ball like he was at the beginning of the season. I think missing a little bit of time, and then of course just like teams figuring him out. I think he's kind of found his way struggling. So moving Carson Kelly down the batting order, putting PCA, putting Nico Horner, putting Dansby Swanson, moving them up in the batting order, I think will be great for the Chicago Cubs. Put him in the same spot you put Miguel Amaya, that number 8 spot, and he'll be fine there. There's nothing else to see there. Also, just as an aside, Shota Imanaga will pitch in Arizona, and I do believe if he does good hitting against live batting, then he will go probably to AAA, pitch a game there, and then if he's good there, we probably might see Shota Imanaga next week going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates, maybe when they come to Chicago for a 4-game series set against the Cubs. They play them next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A 4-game set against the Pirates. And the week after that, we got a 4-game set with the St. Louis Cardinals also. So those two series will be ones to watch. So again, like I said, the Chicago Cubs are just figuring out their way, finding different ways to win baseball games. If they lose a game, they usually come back and be dominant that next game after. With that being said, the Chicago Cubs also are just figuring out their ways on how to win. And a big piece of that in this game was Matt Shaw. That's right. And Matt Shaw is somebody that I've been very critical of. So after this game, I'm not necessarily fully walking back my statement and saying that he is fully back, fully great, and everything like that. But his numbers are trending upwards. And today we saw that he does still have some pop in that bat, and he does still have home run power. So the question of the day is, what do you guys think about Matt Shaw's tenure since he's come back from AAA, since he got his call up? I need you guys to get active in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think of Matt Shaw and his return to the Chicago Cubs since he's been back, how he's been performing? Let me know in the comments below. Your pick to perform player of the game is none other than Mr. See Ya Later 2 times in this game. That's right. Seiya Suzuki hit 2 home runs in this game for the Chicago Cubs. Chicago Cubs did defeat the Detroit Tigers, who have the best record in the MLB today. So, yeah, like I said, the Chicago Cubs did their thing, and hopefully they can go ahead and win this series tomorrow and get out of Detroit, be 41 and 24 on the season, and just looking great, feeling great, heading into Philly Monday. So once again, I appreciate each and every last one of you that tuned in. Remember to comment below. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a voicemail at 217-816-5498 or write me at cubsbaseball1992@gmail.com. I appreciate each and every last one of you for tuning in. Please remember to comment below. Please remember to share this video with your friends, and also let me know if there's anything else you would like me to cover on this channel. Remember, this is the #1 spot for all things Chicago Cubs. It is the official channel for the voice of the Chicago Cub fan. So please let your voice be heard, whether that be through email, whether it be through voicemail, or whether that be through leaving a comment below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching, C3 fam. Until next time, go Cubs, go. Peace.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the #1 spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.